So these are the important tools that I carry for my everyday basis of roadside assistance. We're going to start off with the jacks. I carry 2 jacks. One is a low profile, just in case you get one of those cars that's low, and one is a 2.5 ton jack. I do use the low profile jack as a helper jack sometimes if I need assistance for the 2.5, you know, for the bigger trucks. So it does work out. Also, impact gun. I carry 2. Notice they are batteries. So you never know sometimes when they run out. Just always have 2, you know, just one for backup. One is stronger than the other. I do have the breaker bar just in case, you know, if I actually need to use it if my battery dies. Sockets, we got all sockets that's in here. I don't have to show you everything, but we got all sockets, screwdrivers, you know, vice grips, whatever, what we need in this little bucket here. Also, you're gonna need a hammer sometimes. We do come across those lug nuts that are raggedy and cross-threaded, strip, whatever you call it. You're gonna need something like that. You're gonna need a hammer. Next, what I have is my air compressor. I use a battery air compressor. Everything I use is mainly battery. This will last me the whole day, depending on how many tire changes I use, but I had this for about 2 years now. I've been in business I've been in business since 2018. So I just got this 2 years ago and it's been working phenomenal. Hasn't died on me as of yet, but you know, it was low at one point where I needed to have it charged, but it's still good to have, so that's why I keep it. I do have a step ladder for these big monster trucks that we have down here in Florida. So sometimes you need that to do your lockouts. I do have my reach rod. You can actually get your reach rod from O'Reilly, believe it or not. It's like $80, I believe. Just the reach rod. They don't carry the loop tool, guy. This is my loop tool that I carry as well. That's part of the lockout kit. I have the airbags. I carry 2 airbags, always. What else? We have fluid, just in case if we need fluid for cars, you know, antifreeze. I usually buy these here, this type of antifreeze, because it's like $1.89 and it mixes with any coolant that you have, so that way you don't have to buy that real expensive. So it's just like a top off, so you can get by until you know you can get the real thing. So this is what I use. It's like $1.89 in AutoZone. I gave you guys the jacks. Urgently call is coming in as usual. Let's see what that is. Okay, no, we're not gonna do that one. I also carry a key machine. This is, we still didn't cut that Cadillac key yet. Sorry about that, but we're getting to that point. I'm just waiting on her. Yeah, key machine. So key machines is not for everybody. They are a little pricey, but this does bring you money. At a time of need when your roadside is functioning a little slow, these are your add-ons. Even though, yeah, you can sell batteries, which you can see that I got here. I got to use battery. I do batteries. Yeah, this is your add-on. You do not have to be a locksmith to make a key. If you know how to read, you'll be able to function a programmer. And if you know how to look at videos, it tells you everything what you need to do. So yeah, this is a very good add-on if you're doing roadside. Not saying this is a need, but it's a very good add-on. if you come across a car, you know, that has a lockout and they lost the key. So yeah, get with your local locksmith, you know, see how much they cost. This one here cost me about $2,000. I had it for a while. That's why you see it's all dirty. It's not bolted down because I'm planning on switching vehicles, so that's why it's not bolted down. So I just, you know, carry it in a little crate for right now, but I do what I need to do and it's been great for me. Let's see, jump starters. Let's get to that. So this is my programmer that I use to, you know, program keys. That's my cutter in the back where I cut the keys, but this is the programmer that I use in Altel. I use this to, you know, program the keys. I carry about 5 jump starters. This is one here. This is 5,000. This is my 3,000. These two here are 3,000, and this one here is a 3,000. Why do I carry so many jump starters? Because they do die out. So I have to make sure that, you know, I'm good with the jump starters, you know, for every call. And sometimes I don't charge them the way I was supposed to, even though I do have an inverter. That is a need too sometimes when you need to plug in multiple things. You know, just have your inverter. You can buy that for like $39-40 off Amazon. And this has been working good for me as well. Like I say, I do carry batteries because I do batteries. There are contractors and contracts that's looking for people just to install batteries, and we'll get to that in a moment. So what else? And yeah, that's about it. A gas can, you guys know what a gas can look like. I don't need to show you guys that. But one of the most important things, what I think, is your vehicle. Your vehicle needs to be strong, reliable, and, you know, gas efficient. Flex fuel, should I say. So let me show you my vehicle. All right, so this is my vehicle. This is a 2013 Ford Interceptor. Most people think that it's a Ford Explorer, but it's not. It's made just like the Ford Explorer, but this is the police unit. Because I got this, it's reliable. They're made to stay on. They got heavy duty brakes. They don't break as much. They are made for the road. So that's why I choose to have a police vehicle for my roadside assistant business. The reason why I started my business a couple years ago, working for this company, man, loyal. Me, I was loyal. Did everything I possibly could. Whatever they told me, you name it, I did. I had no problem, because why? I was getting paid. They treated me good. And I'm not knocking the ones that treat their employees good. I'm knocking the ones that think that you can just talk to anybody in that kind of way and then think that somebody's just gonna go out there and do your job. You gotta understand, we're a human being. And in today's world, man, you see how people react. Like, bro, you come in one day, these people ain't coming to work the next day. That's how this world acts sometimes. But back to the story. Switched over management, and I got that phone call where she did tell me that before my job gets better, meaning management, it's gonna be worse. I didn't understand that to the point where, like, what do you mean? Like, what? So I kept that in the back of my head until the new management came. He introduced himself. Yeah, like to a point where I thought that this was gonna be, you know, a good thing. I didn't believe her. But 2 weeks later, man, things started to change. Where my call volume in my territory where I worked at, it wasn't the same. There were people in my area taking my calls, taking my money. That's the food that I put on my table. Remember, I work per call. So, yeah. I was upset. Like, angry, man. And, you know, back then, I showed that emotion, man. I showed it. I talked back, you know. I didn't have a problem, you know, calling people and expressing on how I feel. And where did that get me? Nowhere. Because why? They was one of the ones where they didn't really care about you. You was just a body. And it was like, you do what I say, and that's it. I'm the alpha. That's how they was. And there are certain roadside business to this day that act like that, believe it or not. So I just kept feeling bad and like, where did I go wrong? What did I do like so bad? Like what did I do? How did I get to this point? And then yeah. That one night, I got a phone call from management. This was like 2 o'clock in the morning. He's telling me how he wants this job done. Remind you, I've been doing this for 3 years, no complaints. And you want to change something, which that's what management does, change. You're changing something that's not broken. For what? I don't know. All this changes. I had no say so because of what he told me. He was the alpha. There can only be one. That's what he told me. So I figured I gotta start my own business. And this is what led me to today. Since 2018, I've been standing strong. I had no money. I started with $800. Until that day, I always think about that. Because why? You don't need to, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to be rich to be comfortable, man. You just want to be comfortable and pay your bills, should I say. That's me. I don't need the expensive car. I don't need a 6-bedroom house. As long as I can provide for my family, make my profits, spend time with my family, go on vacation, come back to work, do my job, I am blessed. Simple as that. I don't need all this fortune. More money, more problems. And sometimes when people get more money, man, they have too much, they don't know what to do with it. Live simple, man. And we only live once. I'm not saying do what I do, or you have to do what I do, but when people start this roadside business, man, they look at it as quick money, which which it is, it's definitely quick money. But you have to look at it long term. Build your own power. Let it grow. There's thousands of people out here every day that needs help, man. And they call different people. They don't care who you are. You can be wearing the best uniform out here, man, or you can just wear a t-shirt. If you do your work properly, people recommend you. People notice you. It doesn't matter what color your skin is. You can be black, white, Puerto Rican, African, whoever. There is no race card doing this business. Everybody is equal. If you do your job right, they back on the road. They don't see no color. So even these multi-billion dollar companies, man, they have no clue what they're doing sometimes. I get it every day. But yeah, keep in mind, man, you accomplished something here. And I'm letting you know my point of view, man, that the struggle is real sometimes. Keep that motivation, because you're gonna need it always. This is MT Roadside. Checking out. Like, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell as I grow stronger doing these videos. I just want to give you the point of view of how I started. This is me. This is Maverick.